Well, we're going to enter a new land today, a majestic land. It's a wonderful place. It's got majestic mountains, tranquil glens, beautiful purple heathers covering the hillside.
Midges with teeth, that's
right. Of golden honey and a steaming beautiful food. In fact, it's so wonderful.
Where are we going?
That when God created it, the angel Gabriel turned round to God and went, "Hey, big man, do you not think this place is a bit good? Like just one people." And he went, "Ah, you're right there, Gabriel. But you want to see the bastards I've gave them for neighbours." So I'm not going to promise you a joke every morning, but I couldn't resist.
Oh, come on! You can't fail me.
We're busy, but then we turn off and we've got quite a big climb, but it's a much quieter road, really quite a beautiful spot round the back of the fells here, but it is a big steep climb. But the Brew van, I'm reliably informed, is going to be at the top.
Here we are, starting the day cycling out of Keswick. Beautiful downtown Keswick on a lovely day with the mountains above us, which of course we're going to have to climb over, more or less. Well, I think they're lovely views when you're not contemplating cycling over them, but on a lovely day like this, it's very beautiful. Up towards Moffat, with a little bit of a climb at about 65 miles to look forward to, ho ho. So it's then mostly downhill with small lumps, which will be a great relief, as by this point I'm definitely feeling a bit weary in the legs. And so is Brian, my silent partner, who has weariness in areas we don't wish to mention on a polite video. Ooh, 10 miles of climbing to go. Oh, beautiful landscape with some wind turbines over there, barely really. Still a beautiful landscape. The fact that I slowed time, I know there's more to go because this is about mile 10 and we don't stop climbing till mile 15, so I assume we've got to go over that ridge ahead. As I expected, this is the next instruction on our list of instructions, which you will see the top of beautifully. At Caldbeck 4, turn right, you'll cycle just over a mile, take the second turning on the left. It is without doubt a beautiful landscape in the sun, and we're very lucky to see it in the sun. So here we go. It says turn left, Carlisle Woodton. And now I'm going to wait for the guys, and here they come. Arriving up to the Brew van and the highest spot today. I have no idea what this thing on the left is. Looks like something military, I would think. Maybe Phil knows. Right. I love the way they've got a tablecloth out. But no doilies, you see. It's the lack of doilies. I was just saying, Phil, that there's no doilies. You're not doilies. You haven't got crockery, you know, proper crockery and doilies and mats and things.
The doilies out, but they could blow away.
Oh, shame! Special weighted doilies is what we should have.
Aren't you meant to have a little white apron?
Yeah, but you won't wear the skirt.
I don't get paid for that.
Here's Brian and Paul.
Can we go 1 minute to change your tyres? Good morning. think that's the climbing over for a while.
There's one more, I think. Well, we now have a very long, very down section from the northern lakes, so we've got on windproofs because it's going to get quite cold on the way down, and of course fast. So it's then mostly downhill with small lumps, which will be a great relief, as by this point I'm definitely feeling a bit weary in the legs. And so is Brian, my silent partner, who has weariness in areas we don't wish to mention on a polite video. Side of the road, but much better than being on the road itself, and at times, as comes along just here, away from the road, which is always a joy, and an anxiety you don't have because you don't have to worry about mad drivers, which is a good thing. Less CO2 travel by rail to the Woodyard. North of Carlisle, heading towards Gretna Green. Beside the M6. You guys finished lunch already? You're obviously in a big hurry. We ready to rock and roll, Vic? Okay, off we go.
Halfway there, just about.
Good, good. Here we go. Out after lunch in Gretna Green. Okay, Brian, ready to go? Cool. So back onto the road and right.
Work in progress, yeah.
Well, apparently sunny Scotland welcomes us. Apparently sunny Scotland welcomes us. Equals me in eccentricity by cycling in sandals. Afternoon, Sue. I'm just going to hang here and wait till the boys catch up with me. Yeah, I had noticed that, but I was too polite to say so. Unfortunately, I have just videoed this for posterity. Huh? I think this is the small lump, and then it flattens out a bit, and then we get a large lump, but that's not a very big lump compared to the lump we already did at the beginning. So the train is this bit, flattish bit, lump, down, flattish bit, wherever it is we end up, which I can't remember the name of, which is Moffat.
Where is the through up there? Circumnavigate Glasgow this afternoon.
No, Glasgow's tomorrow.
And the brew is how many miles from the brew?
We don't know. The thing was at, it's about halfway, isn't it? So it was at 36, 73, 20, so it should be about 56, so it should be within the next 5 miles, somewhere about within the next 5 miles.
Well, we've done over 50.
Yeah, right.
We have.
23 to go.
Well, we kind of think 50 is nothing now.
Yeah, right.
They put up flags and everything
I really did not expect
here in Lochmaben to welcome us, but unfortunately the crowds have left due to our late arrival. They were expecting us about midday and we've turned up about 4.
I really didn't expect to have the pumpkin ceremony. Ceremony, that's right, yeah.
seems to be, I think, the old A road before they put in a bypass. And we go down the A road, which is much quieter, though, as you can see, not in a fine state of repair. And here we go. Well, just cycling in to Moffat, which is being described to me as a large village rather than really a town. But we shall see. Ooh, trains. It's a train. The High Street of Moffat. Where were? Oh, terrible, bloody stuffy. Probably unhappy you've left the track now. I'm at number 12. Let's have a meet. Let's have a mother's meeting. Hold on. Let's have a mother's meeting. Where are the boys? Right, let's have a mother's meeting. One of the good bits of the day. Crunch, 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 not the roads. But cycling down and looking for your B&B and wondering what wonders it will. There it is. Oh. Hey guys. We got here. What? Well, he doesn't think he's down here.
He is.
Well, he thinks he's somewhere else.
No, he's not.
So this is a very expensive bike yard. I mean, most of these bikes worth a couple of £1,000 a piece. Would you say many of them? Possibly more. So mine's probably the cheapest. Possibly yours is the cheapest.
No, mine's the cheapest.
Yeah, but yours is a renter.
Mine's a renter.
So it's not surprising yours is cheap.
But it gets you.
Oh, absolutely, it does.
But this must be
That must be seriously expensive.
seriously expensive.
Full carbon. Amazing he hasn't ripped those tyres to pieces, isn't it?
And if I got onto it, I wouldn't do any better than doing that.
So, supper in the narrowest hotel in Scotland, possibly the world. Star Hotel in Moffat. And I don't think they're joking. For the only time I'm videoing the meal this time because it's part of the, this part. I normally only do the stuff on the road. Yeah, very impressive gravel rash, healing beautifully. Oh come on, look happy, sir. It's my video camera. It's my video camera. Filthy joke, I hope. So I'm just videoing dinner. And Sean being, antisocial and hunched over his phone.
Sean's working out, we're looking at hills.
You're looking at the hills. I heard you were trying to slow them down with whiskey today. You're here, have a seat. Yeah. So I don't get the chance. The only time I can get the fast group is when they're sitting down. You guys, I get quite frequently. But the fast group only if they're sitting down. That's the only time. Or that 10 seconds I've got before I'm here and they go and disappear. That's it. They do.
I think you can't be a voice
Oh come on, try and look happy. That was pretty forced.
I
need a haircut.
Do you? No, you need a body transplant.